Well, hey church, it's Pastor Geoffrey with the weekly video blog update for this week and the coming worship service, which is on the 17th of July. This past week we looked at being adopted by God. What does it mean to be adopted by Him? It was a good conversation, lots of good comments afterwards. We handed out a special pin that said, "I'm adopted," and we try to wear that proudly because we're joyous that we've been adopted by the King. This coming week, we're going to continue our We Are series, and we're going to look at being holy, chosen, and beloved. Paul writes this to us in the book of Colossians, and he calls us holy, chosen, and beloved. What does that mean to us? Those are some special terms that we need to define, and then we need to see how that applies to how we live our lives. So that's the conversation this coming Sunday at 9:30 at the church. But before then, I'm coming to you a day early with this message, this weekly blog message, because I would love to use this Wednesday night at the church as an open invitation for you to bring somebody to supper with you. Bring a neighbor, bring a friend. Let's use our Wednesday night fellowship meal to bring in others from the community. We're going to have some extra food available for that, and we want to turn our Wednesday night into a little bit of an outreach to the community. So you just invite somebody and say, hey, come to supper at the church. No obligation to stick around and stay for a long time after the meal. Don't have to stay for Bible study unless you want to, but we want to see you and we want to share a meal with you. And our pastor wants to meet you. And so let's do that this Wednesday night. Let's make a special Wednesday night invitation for supper at the church. And then we'll go from there. And if it works well, we continue to invite people and let's grow that group. This is a wonderful fellowship time. If you're part of the church and you have not been to Wednesday night, I love it. It's the highlight of my week to see the church together joyously around a meal, sharing conversation, and then doing a little bit of Bible study. This coming week, we're going to be looking at Ephesians chapter 6. We're looking at the battleground part of Ephesians chapter 6. There's a sword on my wall that talks about this passage of Scripture in Ephesians, where we are to put on the armor of God. So that's part of the conversation this Wednesday night. So be a part of that. Come, we're going to talk about what it means to have the armor of God on there and why we need to put it on. And then after that, this coming Saturday, the 16th, we are going to have a men's prayer breakfast in Wilsonville. So we'll meet up here at the church at 7 a.m. and we'll drive to Wilsonville together. Anybody who needs a ride, the pastor will be there around 7 a.m. and we'll take off and we'll get over to the men's prayer breakfast, have a great time in prayer with our brothers in the Republican Valley. Good stuff there. And then Sunday morning we're going to meet at the cross here at 9 a.m. and we're going to pray for the community and we're going to pray for the worship service to come, and we're going to pray that the Lord would send us somebody new to the church that needs to hear from Him. Looks like it's going to be a warm one this coming weekend, so it may be a little bit of a warmth out there at the cross, but we can handle it just for a little bit as we get together arm in arm and pray for the community. And then we'll joyously have the worship service right after that at 9:30, and we'll talk about being holy, chosen, and beloved. So that's your weekly video blog update for the week. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday night here at the church, and then on the coming weekend as we celebrate the Lord together. Hope you guys are having a great week.